black swamp alligator. Check it out there. Oh yeah. Woohoo! G'day YouTube, JB from Oz here. As you're probably aware from some of my previous videos, a long time ago I picked up a backhoe, did a little bit of work on the backhoe to get it to our property, and one of the jobs I wanted to do with it was to enlarge this dam that we had on the property. Long story short, the backhoe got stuck and needed some work. The rains came and we lost the opportunity. Fast forward over 10 years and this is the state of the dam today. So I've been looking for a slightly bigger machine to help me out here. And what machine, do you ask? It's this beauty, a 1980s era Poclain 115. We've got. Let's have a look. It's repositioned for the pump. Brakes, controls. Panel's actually readable, which is really nice. Gives half a chance to know what's going on. Travel tracks, boom lift, all that sort of stuff. There's this button there. These hoses don't look bad either. He said there was a bit of a leak. I think he was talking about the seals themselves.
Right.
Yeah, the hoses don't look bad at all. That was one of my concerns, is if there was any real issues with that. Okay. Getting the guts there. There's greasing points, I think, aren't there? One's leaking, only one. It's all part of the fun, isn't it?
We did spend a bit of time. I yanked them on. I said, you know, it's a bit of a waste having a bit of kit, but this could actually do a fair bit of useful work.
For sure.
Just he got his mechanic to come down and have a squiz.
Yep.
And so it started to, what's the word? Take the pump out and try to troubleshoot it.
Yep.
So you think I'm getting it started and...
Yeah. Basically put into work on my farm. I've got a little 15 acres and I want to do a whole pile of earthworks there. Let's pull out there. And lots of like dams and swales and all that sort of stuff. I've got a little...
That's a good size for that type of work.
Yeah.
This is the size goes. I mean, this is bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no real wear on the plates, nothing, it's all...
I did tends to buy stuff like that. There's, you know, a lot of stuff, not 100%, but it's still got value in it.
Yep.
He's got a massive 455 and I think 2 or 3 B7s as well.
Nice. Okay, so we've got a pilot off there. What's that going to? It's coming from... that valve goes to that. That's our pedals. electrical's not a problem, it's just one of those fun games. All these all don't look pretty bad, so that's good.
Some of the
Bucket looks pretty awesome. Get some in there.
those brackets there, so some sort of
Usually you can fit a thumb, which gives you a piece of something to come back the other way to grip and lift trees and stuff with.
with hydraulics.
Well, it's
No,
actually a
stationary.
static,
Okay.
yeah,
Squeeze, yeah.
so you can pull up against it, yeah. Pins look like they're slightly different sizes, but that's easy to fix. Not really a drama. And then I guess I can seal one seal. That one's actually not looking too bad. Well, we've still got some daylight. I hopefully can get a little bit of a look in top. The first glance is really just to get a general idea of condition. I'm still building my house, which has got my missus very stressed that I'm even here today. Owner builder on a property myself, so she's like, why are you even taking time out of you got to finish the house first? It's like, yeah, but when things happen, things happen.
You get this rubber to work, so you get this fixed while your house is finished, and then you
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a little backhoe, JCB. I say little, but it's a little. And that's been okay to do a little bit of work, but okay, so we've got feeder there. When I was trying to dig into the dam, we've either got what's the word? Sludge in winter or rock in summer.
right.
The clay just goes so hard. That's the drive, that's the return. What do we got up in here? Okay, so this is where our pump sits. And you've heard the motor running, yeah?
I haven't. But,
No?
they got it running last time I did.
Okay.
They were trying, as I said, they were trying to diagnose the problem and get the motor running to work out
Yeah.
what's happened.
Hoses come in, they must come in up there. must be the cooling pump.
Look at the rain stopped.
Yeah, it's
Raining a bit before.
blessing on us right now.
Just don't tell the wife, huh?
Sorry?
Just don't tell the wife.
Well, that's the challenge. Build the house first, then she's happy.
You can call them modern artist place for the front drive.
So the main drama is to get it loaded. I think I have to get it moving.
Don't be down here.
Tells the story, doesn't it? Yeah, it's built to do a job, innit? So there we have it. For better or for worse, it's a 20-ton Poclain 115 excavator. Slowly been trying to read up on the service manual and find any sort of operation manuals or other data on it. I've managed to locate another pump through a very gracious offer from another contact that put me onto this machine actually. Thanks very much, Errol. And yeah, the operation manual hopefully would give me some more detail on the dash, what the various lights and warnings are, what the switches do. A lot of it I'm sure I'll figure out over time. The hydraulics, the bottom of the tank has quite a bit of sludge in the bottom of it. The failure that occurred was that the hydraulic pump failed, and hopefully the gamble is that just by getting the pump working again, we'll have enough hydraulics to get it moving. Once we can get it moving, we'll load it onto a float and then get it back to the farm. This pump is part of the oil feed return through the cooler. Some Random other bits and pieces. This key I think is possibly an after the event isolator. We've got some damaged and loose wiring at the bottom. Who knows quite what that's meant to achieve. Very encouraged by the general state of the hoses, but until they've got pressure in them, I've got absolutely no idea quite how far the rebuild will need to go. I believe this valve is actually to release the cylinders, like the lift arm, and it looks like it's been taken out of a circuit. The idea being there that if the bucket is in the air, you could release the hose and it would drop the boom. This is a lift cylinder that's leaking. I reckon we should be able to get that replaced pretty easily based on my previous work. And yeah, I'll replace all the belts. It's an air-cooled Deutz engine on this machine. From the top view, there's a bit of sound deadening and stuff, but I'll have to give it a good old clean. Some pressure test ports so I can check all the hydraulics are in working order. The pump on this machine is actually a 4-channel pump, and depending on whether or not the 4 channels are pumping, they can dump some of those pumps straight back to tank, so then the horsepower of the engine is actually driving a higher pressure scenario, or when you're wanting to do things like moves, you've got a high flow, and that's what that big lever at the beginning of the video was actually setting. This is the drive motors. Potentially the drive motors have had metal go through them. And this is actually the pump. I've paid a deposit on machine, picked up this pump to start looking through what I need to do and what actually happened to fail. And I need some parts off this pump to go into the new pump, which is this one right here. So, start the engine, replace the pump, add some fluid, and maybe, just maybe, we've got ourselves a digger. Let me know if you're interested in following on with the story. And click that like button, click subscribe, and let's keep it going. Thanks, guys. I have to leave a massive shout out for Christopher in Ireland, who's sent me through these photographs of the original sales brochure, which gives us some information about the details and features of the machine when it was new. I've been told by a number of people that these are very much a Rolls Royce of their day in terms of capability, lift power, and just performance generally. And massive shout out again also to Bob for the fantastic opportunities provided in letting me take this on and see if I can make it come back to life. Wish me luck, everybody, and enjoy. I'll keep regular updates on the channel. Thanks, guys.